Florence, 1434. The Renaissance is in full bloom, and one family is about to rise to the top of the city's power structure. Meet the Medici, a family so influential that their name would become synonymous with wealth, politics, and patronage of the arts. Their story begins with Giovanni de' Medici, a clever businessman who saw an opportunity in the rapidly growing city of Florence. At the time, Florence was a hotbed of mercantile activity, with traders and merchants from all over Europe coming to buy and sell goods. Giovanni founded the Medici Bank, which quickly became one of the most powerful financial institutions in the city. The Medici Bank was no ordinary bank. It was a hub of financial innovation, where Giovanni and his sons introduced new banking practices that would become the standard for centuries to come. They developed the concept of double-entry bookkeeping, which allowed them to keep precise track of their finances and make informed investment decisions. They also introduced the idea of letters of credit, which enabled merchants to travel without large amounts of cash and facilitated international trade. As the Medici Bank grew in power and influence, the family began to make shrewd investments in the city's textile industry. They built large factories known as bottega, where workers spun wool and silk into high-quality fabrics. The Medici's textile business thrived, and their fabrics became famous throughout Europe for their quality and beauty. But the Medici's rise to power wasn't just about business. They were also master politicians who knew how to use their wealth and influence to further their interests. Giovanni's son, Cosimo, was particularly skilled at building alliances and negotiating with other powerful families in the city. He became a close advisor to the city's ruler, and his influence helped to shape the city's policies and decisions. As the years passed, the Medici family continued to grow in power and influence. They built palaces and churches, sponsored artists and writers, and hosted lavish parties and events. They became the epitome of elegance and sophistication, and their name became synonymous with refinement and culture. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the Medici family soon found themselves at the center of a maelstrom of controversy and intrigue. Their wealth and influence made them targets for jealousy and resentment, and they faced numerous challenges and threats to their power. One of the key factors in the Medici's success was their ability to adapt to changing circumstances. They were innovators and entrepreneurs, always looking for new ways to expand their business and increase their influence. They were also masters of public relations, who knew how to present themselves in the best possible light. For example, the Medici family was known for its patronage of the arts. They sponsored some of the most famous artists of the Renaissance, including Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. They also built beautiful churches and palaces, which became iconic symbols of the city's wealth and culture. But the Medici family's rise to power wasn't just about art and culture. They were also skilled politicians who knew how to use their influence to further their interests. They built alliances with other powerful families in the city, and they used their wealth and influence to shape the city's policies and decisions. As the years passed, the Medici family continued to grow in power and influence. They became one of the most powerful families in Europe, with a reputation for elegance, sophistication, and refinement. They were the epitome of the Renaissance ideal, and their name became synonymous with culture, art, and politics. But the Medici family's success was not without its challenges. They faced numerous threats to their power, from rival families and political opponents. They also had to navigate the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized the Renaissance city-state system. Despite these challenges, the Medici family persevered. They continued to innovate and adapt, using their wealth and influence to further their interests. They sponsored artists and writers, built beautiful palaces and churches, and hosted lavish parties and events. Today, the Medici family's legacy can still be seen in the city of Florence. Their palaces and churches are iconic symbols of the city's wealth and culture, and their name is still synonymous with elegance and refinement. They were true masters of the Renaissance, and their influence can still be felt in the world of art, politics, and culture. As we explore the Medici family's rise to power, we'll see how they used their wealth and influence to shape the city's politics, art, and culture. We'll examine their relationships with other powerful families, and we'll see how they navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized the Renaissance city-state system. We'll also see how the Medici family's legacy continues to inspire and influence people today. From their patronage of the arts to their innovative business practices, the Medici family's impact on the world is still felt in many areas of modern life. As we move forward, we'll be exploring the Medici family's early struggles and how they overcame numerous challenges to become one of the most powerful families in Europe. We'll see how they used their wealth and influence to further their interests and how they navigated the complex web of alliances and rivalries that characterized the Renaissance city-state system. So, let's dive in and explore the fascinating story of the Medici family. From their humble beginnings to their rise to power, we'll see how this incredible family shaped the city of Florence and left a lasting legacy that continues to inspire and influence people today. If you're interested in learning more about the Medici family and their fascinating history, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more content. We'll be exploring the Medici family's story in depth, and we'll be examining their impact on the world of art, politics, and culture. Florence, 3089. The Medici family is about to take its first steps towards greatness. You might not recognize the name just yet, but trust me, they're about to become a household name in Europe. The Medici family's early struggles are a testament to their resilience and determination. Giovanni di Medici de Medici, the family's patriarch, is a clever banker who has managed to amass a small fortune. However, his success doesn't go unnoticed, and soon he finds himself at odds with the powerful Albizzi family. The Albizzi family has been the dominant force in Florence for centuries, and they won't let the Medici family threaten their power without a fight. As the Medici family navigates the treacherous waters of Florentine politics, they face numerous challenges. The Black Death has devastated the city, and the economy is in shambles. But the Medici family sees an opportunity in the crisis. They begin to lend money to the city's merchants, who are struggling to stay afloat. This move not only earns them a pretty penny, but also helps them build a network of allies and friends. One of the key factors that contribute to the Medici family's success is their ability to adapt. They're not afraid to take risks and try new things. For example, they invest in the wool trade, which becomes a lucrative business for them. They also establish trade relationships with other cities, including Venice and Milan. However, the Medici family's success is not without its challenges. They face opposition from the Albizzi family, who see them as a threat to their power. The Albizzi family tries to undermine the Medici family's business dealings, but the Medici family is quick to adapt and counter their moves. The Medici family's early struggles are a testament to their determination and resilience. Despite facing numerous challenges, they manage to stay ahead of the game. They're clever, resourceful, and not afraid to take risks, and it's these qualities that will eventually propel them to greatness. But the Medici family's success is not just about their business dealings. They're also patrons of the arts, and they play a significant role in shaping the cultural landscape of Florence. They commission artists, poets, and musicians to create works that reflect their values and ideals. The Medici family's love of art and culture is not just a hobby. It's a way for them to showcase their wealth and power. They host lavish parties and events, which become the talk of the town, and they're not afraid to use their wealth to influence the city's politics. As the Medici family's power and influence grow, so does their reputation. They become known as the most powerful family in Florence, and their name becomes synonymous with wealth and power. But with great power comes great responsibility, and the Medici family is not immune to the dangers of corruption and greed. The Medici family's early struggles are a fascinating story of perseverance and determination. They face numerous challenges, but they always manage to stay ahead of the game. And it's this spirit of resilience that will eventually propel them to greatness. But the Medici family's story is far from over. They'll face even greater challenges in the future, and they'll have to use all their cunning and resourcefulness to stay ahead of the game. And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next section, the Medici family's patronage of the arts. So, if you want to learn more about the Medici family's fascinating story, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be exploring more of their history, as well as the history of other fascinating families and individuals. Florence, 1400. The Renaissance is in full swing. Artists, artisans, and thinkers from all over Europe are flocking to this Italian city, drawn by its wealth, its beauty, and its vibrant culture. And at the heart of it all is the Medici family. The Medici were bankers, merchants, and politicians who had risen to power in the 13th century. But they were more than just wealthy and influential. They were also passionate patrons of the arts. They believed that art, architecture, and literature had the power to transform society, to bring people together, and to create a more just and beautiful world. One of the most famous Medici patrons was Cosimo de' Medici, also known as Cosimo the Elder. He was a wealthy banker who had made his fortune in the textile trade. But he was also a lover of art and architecture. He commissioned some of the most famous artists of the time, including Donatello, Michelangelo, and Brunelleschi, to create works of art that would reflect the glory and grandeur of the Medici family. But the Medici family's patronage of the arts wasn't just about creating beautiful objects or buildings. It was also about creating a sense of community and shared culture. They believed that art had the power to bring people together, to create a sense of shared identity and purpose. And so they built public buildings, like the Uffizi Gallery, which was originally designed as an office complex for the Medici family, but later became a museum and a gathering place for artists and intellectuals. The Medici family's patronage of the arts also extended to literature and music. They were patrons of some of the most famous writers and musicians of the time, including Petrarch, Boccaccio, and Palestrina. They believed that literature and music had the power to inspire and educate, to create a more just and compassionate society. But the Medici family's patronage of the arts wasn't without controversy. Some people criticized them for their extravagance and excess, for their willingness to spend vast sums of money on art and architecture, while many people in Florence were struggling to make ends meet. And some artists and writers resented the Medici family's control and influence, feeling that they were being forced to create art that was pleasing to the family, rather than genuine and innovative. Despite these criticisms, the Medici family's patronage of the arts had a profound impact on the development of Western culture. They helped to create a sense of shared identity and purpose, a sense of community and shared values. And they inspired a new generation of artists, writers, and thinkers to create works of art that were innovative, beautiful, and transformative. So what can we learn from the Medici family's patronage of the arts? First, that art has the power to transform society, to create a more just and beautiful world. Second, that patronage is not just about giving money, but about creating a sense of community and shared culture. And third, that the relationship between artists and patrons is complex and multifaceted, involving both collaboration and tension. In the next section, we'll explore the Medici family's impact on European politics and how their influence extended far beyond the city of Florence. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty and elegance of the Medici family's patronage of the arts. It's a legacy that continues to inspire and transform us to this day. And if you want to learn more about the Medici family and their impact on art, architecture, and literature, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We'll be exploring more fascinating topics in the world of art and history, and we'd love for you to join us on this journey of discovery. In conclusion, the Medici family's patronage of the arts was a defining feature of their legacy, and one that continues to inspire and transform us today. By exploring their story, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complex and multifaceted relationship between art, politics, and society. And we can learn valuable lessons about the power of patronage, the importance of community, and the enduring legacy of great art. The Medici family's patronage of the arts was not just a product of their wealth and influence, but also of their values and ideals. They believed in the transformative power of art, and they were willing to invest their time, money, and energy in creating a more beautiful and just world. And as we explore their story, we can learn more about the cultural, social, and historical context in which they lived, and gain a deeper appreciation for the art, architecture, and literature that they produced. One of the most interesting aspects of the Medici family's patronage of the arts is the way in which they used art to promote their own power and influence. They commissioned artists to create works of art that would reflect their wealth and status, and they used these works of art to decorate their palaces and public buildings. But they also used art to promote their values and ideals, and to create a sense of shared identity and purpose among the people of Florence. The Medici family's patronage of the arts also extended to the world of music and theatre. They were patrons of some of the most famous musicians and playwrights of the time, and they used their wealth and influence to promote the development of new musical and theatrical forms. They believed that music and theatre had the power to inspire and educate, and they used these art forms to create a more just and compassionate society. In addition to their patronage of the arts, the Medici family was also known for their support of education and learning. They founded the University of Florence, which became one of the most prestigious universities in Europe, and they promoted the study of classical languages and literature. They believed that education was the key to creating a more just and enlightened society, and they used their wealth and influence to promote the development of new educational institutions and programs. The Medici family's legacy continues to inspire and transform us today. Their patronage of the arts, their support of education and learning, and their promotion of new musical and theatrical forms all contributed to the development of a more just and beautiful world. And as we explore their story, we can gain a deeper understanding of the complex and multifaceted relationship between art, politics, and society. In the next section, we'll explore the Medici family's impact on European politics and how their influence extended far beyond the city of Florence. But for now, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty and elegance of the Medici family's patronage of the arts. It's a legacy that continues to inspire and transform us to this day. I hope you've enjoyed this section on the Medici family's patronage of the arts. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating topics in the world of art and history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next section. Florence, 1434. The Medici family is about to change the course of European politics forever. You might know them as the patrons of the arts, but their influence extended far beyond the realm of painting and sculpture. With their vast wealth and strategic marriages, the Medici family managed to weave a complex web of alliances that would shape the fate of Europe for centuries to come. Take, for example, the story of Cosimo de' Medici, the founder of the Medici dynasty. Born in 1389, Cosimo was a shrewd businessman who quickly amassed a fortune through his banking and merchant activities. But what really set him apart was his ability to navigate the treacherous world of Italian politics by forming alliances with powerful city-states like Venice and Milan. Cosimo was able to secure a dominant position for the Medici family in Florence. As the Medici family's power grew, so did their influence on European politics. They became key players in the intricate game of alliances and rivalries between city-states, kingdoms, and empires. The Medici family's wealth and prestige attracted the attention of powerful leaders like the Pope and the King of France, who sought to form alliances with them. This, in turn, gave the Medici family a unique position to shape the course of European history. One of the most significant ways the Medici family impacted European politics was through their support of the Renaissance. By patronizing artists, writers, and thinkers, the Medici family helped to create a cultural and intellectual movement that would spread across Europe. This not only reflected well on the Medici family, but also helped to promote their interests and values. The Renaissance, in turn, laid the groundwork for the Enlightenment and the modern nation-state system that would emerge in Europe. The Medici family's influence on European politics was not limited to their support of the arts. They also played a significant role in shaping the balance of power in Europe. Through their strategic marriages and alliances, the Medici family was able to forge relationships with powerful leaders and secure key trade routes. This, in turn, helped to establish Florence as a major commercial center and cement the Medici family's position as one of the most influential families in Europe. For instance, the marriage between Lorenzo de' Medici and Clarice Orsini in 1469 helped to secure an alliance with the powerful Orsini family in Rome. This alliance not only strengthened the Medici family's position in Florence, but also gave them a foothold in the Papal States. Similarly, the Medici family's alliance with the Kingdom of France helped to secure trade routes and promote their commercial interests. The Medici family's impact on European politics can also be seen in their role in shaping the modern nation-state system. By supporting the rise of powerful monarchs like Louis XI of France and Ferdinand II of Aragon, the Medici family helped to create a system of absolute monarchies that would dominate Europe for centuries to come. This, in turn, laid the groundwork for the modern nation-state system, with its emphasis on centralized authority, bureaucratic administration, and territorial sovereignty. However, the Medici family's influence on European politics was not without its challenges. They faced numerous rivals and enemies, including the powerful Visconti family in Milan and the Republic of Venice. The Medici family also had to navigate the treacherous world of Italian politics, where city-states and kingdoms frequently shifted alliances and clashed with one another. Despite these challenges, the Medici family managed to maintain their position as one of the most influential families in Europe for over 3 centuries. In conclusion, the Medici family's impact on European politics was profound and far-reaching. Through their strategic alliances, patronage of the arts, and support of powerful monarchs, the Medici family helped to shape the course of European history. Their influence can be seen in the modern nation-state system, the rise of absolute monarchies, and the cultural and intellectual movements that spread across Europe during the Renaissance. As we move forward in our story, we'll see how the Medici family's influence continued to shape European politics, even as they faced numerous challenges and setbacks. If you want to learn more about the Medici family and their fascinating history, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Florence, 1489. The Medici family's grip on power is beginning to slip. For generations, they had dominated the city's politics and economy, producing 3 popes and numerous influential leaders. However, their wealth and influence had also bred resentment among the populace, and internal conflicts were starting to weaken their hold. One of the key factors contributing to the Medici family's struggles for survival was the rise of their rival, Girolamo Savonarola. This charismatic Dominican friar had become a powerful voice in Florence, advocating for reforms and condemning the excesses of the wealthy elite. His message resonated with many, and soon he had amassed a significant following, including some members of the Medici family itself. As Savonarola's influence grew, the Medici family found themselves facing increasing opposition. They tried to counter his message by promoting their own brand of civic humanism, but it was too little, too late. The people of Florence were no longer swayed by the family's grand gestures and lavish spending. In 1494, the Medici family's worst fears were realized when Charles VIII of France invaded Italy, seeking to claim the throne of Naples. The French army swept through Florence, and the Medici family was forced to flee. For the first time in over 60 years, they were no longer in control of the city. The exile of the Medici family marked a significant turning point in their history. They would eventually return to power, but their struggles for survival had only just begun. The family's internal conflicts, combined with the external pressures of rival factions and foreign invasions, would continue to threaten their dominance for generations to come. One of the most significant challenges facing the Medici family was the rise of the Habsburg Empire. As the Habsburgs expanded their territories, they began to encroach on the Medici family's traditional spheres of influence. The family found themselves caught in a delicate web of alliances and rivalries as they sought to maintain their power and status in the face of this new threat. Despite these challenges, the Medici family continued to produce remarkable individuals who would go on to shape the course of European history. One such figure was Lorenzo de' Medici, also known as Lorenzo the Magnificent. He was a true Renaissance man, with a passion for art, literature, and politics. Lorenzo's reign marked a golden age for the Medici family, as he oversaw a period of unprecedented cultural and economic growth. He was a patron of the arts, and his court attracted some of the most brilliant minds of the time, including Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo. However, Lorenzo's death in 1492 marked the beginning of a period of decline for the Medici family. They faced numerous challenges, including internal conflicts, external threats, and economic difficulties. The family's struggles for survival would continue for generations as they sought to maintain their power and influence in a rapidly changing world. In the early 16th century, the Medici family faced a major crisis when the Florentine Republic was established. The Republic was a democratic government, and it marked a significant shift away from the Medici family's traditional oligarchic rule. The family was forced to adapt to this new reality, and they began to focus on building alliances and accumulating wealth, rather than relying solely on their political influence. One of the key figures in the Medici family's efforts to rebuild their power and influence was Giovanni de' Medici. He was a clever and resourceful individual who would eventually become Pope Leo X. Giovanni's papacy marked a significant turning point for the Medici family as they began to accumulate wealth and influence on a truly global scale. Giovanni's success was not limited to his role as Pope. He was also a skilled diplomat and strategist, and he played a key role in shaping the Medici family's foreign policy. He formed alliances with other powerful families and nations, and he worked tirelessly to promote the family's interests and reputation. The Medici family's struggles for survival would continue for generations, but they would eventually emerge as one of the most powerful and influential families in Europe. Their legacy would be felt for centuries, shaping the course of art, literature, politics, and culture. The family's story is a testament to the enduring power of human ingenuity and determination, and it continues to captivate and inspire people to this day. As we reflect on the Medici family's struggles for survival, it is clear that their story is one of both triumph and tragedy. They were a family of remarkable individuals, capable of achieving great things, but also prone to petty squabbles and internal conflicts. Despite these challenges, they left an indelible mark on the world, and their legacy continues to shape our understanding of the past and present. The Medici family's story is a complex and multifaceted one, full of unexpected twists and turns. It is a tale of power and politics, of art and architecture, of intrigue and deception. It is a story that continues to fascinate and inspire people to this day, and one that will undoubtedly remain a vital part of our cultural heritage for generations to come. If you've enjoyed this exploration of the Medici family's struggles for survival, be sure to like and subscribe for more content on the fascinating world of history and culture. Here's the script for the section, The Medici Family's Legacy, Florence, 1600. The Medici family's reign over this Italian city-state had been unchallenged for decades, but their impact went far beyond the city walls. The Medici family's legacy is a fascinating story of power, art, and finance that shaped the course of European history. To understand the Medici family's enduring influence, let's start with their humble beginnings. The family's fortunes were built on the back of the textile industry, with Giovanni de' Medici establishing the family bank in 1397. This bank would go on to become one of the most powerful financial institutions in Europe, with the Medici family at its helm. The Medici family's rise to power was not without its challenges, however. They faced stiff competition from other wealthy families in Florence, including the Pazzi and the Albizzi. But the Medici family's cunning and strategic thinking allowed them to outmaneuver their rivals and consolidate their power. One of the key factors behind the Medici family's success was their patronage of the arts. They commissioned some of the most iconic works of the Renaissance, including Botticelli's The Birth of Venus and Michelangelo's David. This not only reflected their wealth and status, but also helped to promote their family's values and ideals. The Medici family's legacy extends far beyond the world of art, however. They played a significant role in shaping the course of European politics, with 4 Medici popes and numerous other family members holding high-ranking positions in the Catholic Church. They also sponsored explorers and scientists, including Galileo Galilei, who made groundbreaking discoveries that challenged the conventional wisdom of the time. But the Medici family's influence was not limited to Europe. They established trade routes and diplomatic relations with countries across the globe, including China, India, and the Americas. This helped to spread Italian culture and values, as well as to promote the family's business interests. Despite their many achievements, the Medici family's legacy is not without controversy. They were known for their ruthless tactics and their willingness to do whatever it took to maintain their power and influence. This included ordering assassinations, bribing officials, and exploiting their workers. So, what can we learn from the Medici family's legacy? For one, it highlights the importance of adaptability and strategic thinking in achieving success. The Medici family was able to navigate the complexities of Renaissance politics and finance with ease, always staying one step ahead of their rivals. It also underscores the significance of patronage and cultural sponsorship. The Medici family's support for the arts and sciences helped to promote a cultural flowering that continues to inspire and influence us today. As we explore the Medici family's legacy further, we'll delve into the intricacies of their family dynamics, their business dealings, and their cultural achievements. We'll examine the ways in which they navigated the treacherous waters of Renaissance politics, and how they managed to maintain their power and influence over the centuries. But for now, let's take a step back and appreciate the sheer scope of the Medici family's legacy. From the grandeur of their palaces and cathedrals, to the beauty of their artworks and the significance of their scientific discoveries, the Medici family has left an indelible mark on Western culture, and that's just the beginning. In our next section, we'll explore the Medici family's most surprising secret, one that will challenge everything you thought you knew about this powerful and fascinating family. If you're interested in learning more about the Medici family and their fascinating history, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more documentary content. In the meantime, let's keep exploring the intricate web of intrigue and deception that defined the Medici family's rise to power. What secrets will we uncover next? The story continues. Florence, 1489. The Medici family is on the cusp of a banking revolution, but there's a secret hidden in plain sight that would change everything we thought we knew about this powerful clan. It's not about their wealth, although they were one of the richest families in Europe. It's not about their politics, although they produced 4 popes. It's about something much more surprising. You see, the Medici family had a fascination with alchemy. Yes, you heard that right, alchemy. The practice of turning base metals into gold and finding the elixir of life. It sounds like something out of a fantasy novel, but for the Medici, it was a very real obsession. They sponsored some of the most prominent alchemists of the time, including the famous Marsilio Ficino. But why would a family like the Medici, with their vast wealth and influence, be interested in something as seemingly frivolous as alchemy? The answer lies in their desire for power and knowledge. Alchemy was not just about turning lead into gold. It was about unlocking the secrets of nature and gaining a deeper understanding of the universe. And for the Medici, who were already masters of the financial and political realms, alchemy represented the ultimate challenge. Now, you might be thinking, but didn't the Medici family make their fortune through banking and trade? And you'd be right. They did. But what you might not know is that their banking empire was built on a foundation of alchemical principles. The concept of turning base metals into gold is not just a metaphor. It's a reflection of the Medici's ability to turn worthless pieces of paper into valuable assets. The Medici family's most surprising secret, then, is not just their fascination with alchemy, but how that fascination influenced their approach to business and finance. They saw the world as a complex web of relationships, where every element was connected and interdependent, and they used this understanding to build a financial empire that would last for centuries. But here's the thing. The Medici family's love of alchemy was not just a quirk. It was a reflection of their deeper philosophical outlook. They believed in the idea of the microcosm and the macrocosm, the notion that the small individual elements of the universe reflect the larger universal patterns. And for them, alchemy was a way of tapping into that larger cosmic reality. As we explore the Medici family's history, we begin to see how this alchemical worldview influenced every aspect of their lives. From their art patronage to their political maneuvering, the Medici family was always seeking to unlock the hidden patterns and codes of the universe. And it's this relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding that makes their story so fascinating. So, the next time you hear the name Medici, don't just think of banking and finance, think of alchemy and the secret desire to unlock the mysteries of the universe. And remember, the pursuit of knowledge and understanding is a journey that takes us to the very heart of human nature. Speaking of secrets and mysteries, if you want to learn more about the Medici family and their fascinating history, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We've got plenty more stories to share, and we can't wait to take you on this journey of discovery. Florence, the 1600. The Medici family's grip on power is starting to loosen, but their influence on art, science, and politics will endure for centuries. Let's explore how this family, who rose to prominence as bankers, left an indelible mark on the world. To understand the Medici's lasting impact, we need to delve into their history. The family's wealth and power allowed them to sponsor some of the most iconic artists of the Renaissance, including Michelangelo and Leonardo da Vinci. The Medici family's patronage of the arts helped to create some of the most breathtaking works of the era, and their influence can still be seen in the Uffizi Gallery in Florence, which houses an impressive collection of Renaissance art. But the Medici family's influence extended far beyond the art world. They were also instrumental in the development of modern science. Galileo Galilei, the famous astronomer, was a close friend of the Medici family, and they provided him with financial support and protection from the church. The Medici family's support of Galileo's work helped to lay the foundation for the scientific revolution of the 17th century. The Medici family's impact on politics was also significant. They produced 4 popes, including Pope Leo X, who played a key role in the Protestant Reformation. The Medici family's involvement in the Reformation helped to shape the course of European history, and their legacy can still be seen in the modern papacy. In recent years, the Medici family's history has been dramatized in the TV series Medici, Masters of Florence. The show explores the family's rise to power and their struggles to maintain their position in a rapidly changing world. While the show takes some creative liberties with the Medici family's history, it provides a compelling glimpse into the intrigue and drama of Renaissance Florence. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Medici family's history is their involvement in the development of modern finance. The family's banking business, which was established in the 15th century, provided financial services to some of the most powerful families in Europe. The Medici family's innovative approach to finance helped to lay the foundation for the modern banking system, and their legacy can still be seen in the financial institutions of today. But the Medici family's influence extends far beyond the world of finance and politics. They were also patrons of the sciences, and their support of scientists like Galileo helped to lay the foundation for the scientific revolution of the 17th century. The Medici family's legacy can be seen in the many scientific discoveries that were made during this period, and their influence continues to shape the world of science today. As we look back on the Medici family's history, it's clear that their influence on the world has been profound. From art to science to politics, the Medici family has left an indelible mark on Western culture. And as we continue to explore the Medici family's history, we begin to realize that their legacy is not just a relic of the past, but a living, breathing force that continues to shape our world today. Speaking of legacies, if you want to learn more about the Medici family and their impact on the world, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. We'll be exploring more fascinating topics in the world of history, science, and culture, so stay tuned for more exciting stories and insights. Florence, 1494. The Medici family's grip on power is beginning to slip, but their influence on art, architecture, and finance will be felt for centuries to come. The Medici family's lasting legacy can be seen in the numerous institutions and landmarks they built or sponsored. For example, the Medici family was instrumental in the construction of the Uffizi Gallery, which was originally designed as an office complex for the Medici family's administrative and financial operations. The gallery's unique design, which features a long, narrow corridor lined with offices and meeting rooms, was intended to facilitate the family's business operations and provide a convenient location for their administrative staff. But the Medici family's influence extended far beyond Florence. They were major patrons of the arts, and their support of artists such as Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Sandro Botticelli helped to shape the course of Western art. The Medici family's patronage of these artists not only helped to finance their work, but also provided them with access to powerful social networks and influential connections. One of the most significant ways in which the Medici family's legacy continues to be felt is through their influence on modern finance. The family's innovative use of financial instruments such as letters of credit and bills of exchange helped to lay the foundations for modern banking and finance. The Medici family's bank, which was established in the 15th century, was one of the first modern banks in Europe and played a major role in financing trade and commerce throughout the region. The Medici family's influence on politics is another area where their legacy continues to be felt. The family's members were skilled politicians and diplomats, and they played a major role in shaping the course of European politics during the Renaissance. Lorenzo de' Medici, also known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, was a particularly skilled politician and diplomat who helped to maintain peace and stability in Italy through his clever manipulation of alliances and rivalries. However, the Medici family's legacy is not without controversy. The family's rise to power was marked by violence, corruption, and exploitation, and their rule was often brutal and oppressive. The Medici family's use of violence and intimidation to maintain their power and control over Florence and its surrounding territories is a dark stain on their legacy, and it is a reminder that even the most powerful and influential families can be flawed and corrupt. Despite these controversies, the Medici family's legacy continues to be felt in many areas of modern life. From art and architecture to finance and politics, the family's influence can be seen in countless institutions, landmarks, and cultural artifacts. As we continue to navigate the complexities of modern life, it is worth remembering the Medici family's lasting legacy and the many ways in which they helped to shape the world we live in today. But what does it mean to leave a lasting legacy? Is it simply a matter of building grand monuments or sponsoring famous artists? Or is it something more profound and complex? These are the questions that we will be exploring in the next section as we delve deeper into the Medici family's enduring influence on art, architecture, and finance. And if you want to learn more about the Medici family and their fascinating history, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more videos and content. We will be exploring many more topics related to the Medici family and their legacy in future videos, so be sure to stay tuned for more. Florence, 1737. The Medici family's grip on power is finally loosening. After over 3 centuries of dominating the political and financial landscape of Italy, the family's last Grand Duke, Gian Gaston de' Medici, has died without an heir. This marks the end of the Medici dynasty, but not the end of their influence. As we look back on the Medici family's history, it's clear that their impact on the world was profound. From their early days as bankers to their rise as rulers of Florence, the Medici family was always about more than just accumulating wealth and power. They were patrons of the arts, supporters of architecture, and facilitators of trade. Their influence can be seen in the very fabric of Florence, from the Uffizi Gallery to the Duomo. But the Medici family's legacy extends far beyond Florence. They played a significant role in shaping the course of European history, from the Renaissance to the Enlightenment. Their support of artists like Michelangelo and Galileo helped spark a cultural and scientific revolution that would change the world, and their business acumen helped establish trade routes and financial systems that are still in use today. One of the most interesting aspects of the Medici family's legacy is their connection to the world of science and technology. For example, the Medici family was instrumental in the development of the NLD-MOS device, a type of transistor used in electronic devices. According to a study published on Jihu, the NLD-MOS device was first developed in the 1980s, but its roots can be traced back to the Medici family's support of scientific innovation during the Renaissance. In addition to their scientific contributions, the Medici family also played a significant role in the development of the global economy. Their banking and trading networks helped establish Florence as a major commercial center, and their influence can still be seen in the modern banking system. As the book Pa, Ba, Da, Daha, Da, Daha, Daha notes, the Medici family's financial expertise helped lay the foundation for modern capitalism. Despite their many accomplishments, the Medici family's legacy is not without controversy. Their rise to power was marked by violence and corruption, and their rule was often authoritarian and oppressive. As the TV series Sir A. Nofuta notes, the Medici family's history is complex and multifaceted, full of both triumphs and tragedies. So, what can we learn from the Medici family story? First and foremost, we can see the importance of patronage and support for the arts and sciences. The Medici family's investment in talent and innovation helped spark a cultural and scientific revolution that changed the world. We can also see the dangers of unchecked power and corruption, and the importance of accountability and transparency in government and business. As we look to the future, It's clear that the Medici family's legacy will continue to shape and inspire us. From their contributions to science and technology to their influence on art and culture, the Medici family's impact will be felt for generations to come. And as we reflect on their story, we can learn valuable lessons about the importance of innovation, creativity, and responsibility. In conclusion, the Medici family's enduring influence is a testament to the power of human ingenuity and creativity. From their humble beginnings as bankers to their rise as rulers of Florence, the Medici family left an indelible mark on the world. As we look to the future, we can learn from their triumphs and tragedies, and strive to create a world that is more just, more equitable, and more inspired. If you've enjoyed this journey through the Medici family's history, be sure to like and subscribe for more content about the fascinating stories and secrets of the past. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like to explore, please let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.